Well, besides the Thanksgiving Day parade, there's another tradition here. We're talking football, of course, and there is a full slate of NFL games today, starting right here on CBS at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, when the Detroit Lions take on the Chicago Bears. Here to break it all down is lead NFL insider for the NFL on CBS, Jonathan Jones. What's up, JJ?
Hey, I'm living. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Happy Thanksgiving, my brother. So let's start with the Lions-Bears game. The Lions are on a historic run. They have lost, though, 7 of the last Thanksgiving Day games that they've played, and 3 of those losses have been to the Bears.
Oh, no.
So, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's incredible, right? I know that 7 is the number, but I want you all to think about 2 here. I want you to think about 2 because the Lions right now, 2 consecutive seasons of 10-plus wins for the first time in Detroit Lions franchise history. They are truly on a historic run. They have 2 coordinators in Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, who could be head coaches coming up in this next cycle. They have 2 of the best defensive backs in the NFL who have combined for 11 interceptions and 0 touchdowns allowed. And they have 2 of the best running backs in Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I like the Lions today.
Ooh, wow,
okay.
That's stellar. I want to jump because I still haven't gotten over the Raiders move.
Still?
Vegas.
You gotta let that go. You gotta let it go.
The Kansas City Chiefs, arguably like the best, but they win so horrifically.
They do. Like they win.
They say that they're the best, worst team in the NFL?
Yeah,
right, best, worst team.
No, the worst, best team.
There you
best
go.
Team.
However it goes, you hear that every year with a team that is struggling to win, or maybe they have a smaller point margin. The only thing that matters here is wins. The only thing that matters is being the #1 seed in the AFC. We call the AFC Championship game that we're at CBS sometimes the Arrowhead Invitational because it always takes place there. They only care about January, and right now, the last several years, they've only cared about February. And so no matter how ugly it may look, and it looked ugly in Charlotte last week against the Carolina Panthers, it kind of doesn't matter. And one quick thing, the Raiders, the head coach, Antonio Pierce, said, look, it's the worst team in football going up against the best team in football. He kept it a little too real yesterday on that one.
Well, another Thanksgiving tradition is the Dallas Cowboys playing on Thanksgiving. They're up against the Giants. Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, boy. Well, first of all, it's the battle of the backups, right? We know that Dak Prescott is on injured reserve with a hamstring injury, and so it'll be Cooper Rush for the Cowboys.
Meanwhile, these are the backup quarterbacks?
Yes. And now we don't know who the New York Giants are going to play at quarterback because their backup, Tommy DeVito, who was supposed to start this week, he actually traveled late with the team because he's battling a right forearm injury. We'll see how he wakes up today on Thanksgiving, but it could be Drew Lock, the 3rd quarterback, who winds up playing for the Giants today. Cowboys won last week. We'll see if they can make it 2 in a row.
And there is a game in prime time. The Green Bay Packers are facing off against the Miami Dolphins. This is a big game.
Huge game for the Dolphins and their playoff hopes. They kind of dug themselves into a hole, but they're facing what is probably their biggest bugaboo, which for a lot of folks in South Florida is their biggest bugaboo, and that is cold weather. 11 straight games the Dolphins have lost when the temperature is 40 degrees or below at the time of kickoff. Well, they're playing in Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It is going to be below freezing tonight. Can Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback of the Dolphins, who is from Hawaii, who played at Alabama, who lives in Miami,
He's not used to the cold.
is not predisposed to these cold conditions.
Well, looking ahead to Sunday, Eagles-Ravens, arguably one of those games that a lot of you guys say is going to be the best.
2 of the best quarterbacks playing.
Yeah.
Absolutely 2 of the best quarterbacks, and not only 2 of the best quarterbacks, but we're talking about 2 MVP candidates going up in this game. Saquon Barkley with the Philadelphia Eagles. I know the Giants certainly miss Saquon Barkley. He is an MVP candidate. And then on the other side, you have Lamar Jackson, the reigning NFL MVP, who actually is putting up even better numbers this year than he had last year. I'll tell you this, as an MVP voter, a lot of folks get voter fatigue on giving it again to the guy who's won it twice already. I'll just say I don't have a problem with excellence.
I'm all about Saquon. I love his story.
It's an incredible
love
story.
It really is.
JJ.
JJ, whatever you want to call it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Just
you,
not
brother.
John.
Just not John. Please, goodness, no, not John.
Are you
Always
cooking?
good to have you.
Am I cooking? No, we're cooking up in the CBS studios.
Hey.
And that's where we'll be at 12:30 today.
So good. Thanks so much, JJ.
Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And all the Thanksgiving pro football action begins with the NFL today at noon Eastern, followed by the Bears and the Lions on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.